from every corner of the world.
From the Netherlands, with the news from all around the world, this is the Morning News with Jay. We're waking up the right way with the stories, the trends, and the laughs you need to start your day.
Not worth for the news, by the way. How much is this bread? Do you guys got any news? So that's some news. All right, time for the news, and I think I'm on time, and see you all inside because you know we deliver the news fast
With speed.
Morning News with Jay.
Hey guys, welcome to the Morning News with Jay, and that is me. It was a very busy week, so let's jump straight into it. Here we go.
The Morning News with Jay.
Let's start with Iran's capital city of Tehran, where hundreds of thousands attended a funeral procession for the country's late supreme leader, the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Mourners chanted "Death to America" as Khamenei's casket and those of his family members made their way through the city streets. The 86-year-old cleric was killed in US and Israeli airstrikes. Many supporters vowed revenge, saying that America killed the father of Iran.
We are here to pay our respect to our leader who was killed in US and Israeli airstrikes and to swear revenge in his name.
People on the Iran streets say, "We are here to show that we all will continue down his path with clenched fists, and soon we will avenge his death against the US and Israel." The deadly ICE shooting in Houston this week of a Mexican man who had been living in the US for decades.
Shots fired. We need EMS stat. The street cleared now. Move back.
The DHS says Lorenzo Salgado Araujo was not the intended focus of an immigration enforcement operation when the shooting occurred.
Lorenzo Salgado Araujo was not the intended focus of an immigration enforcement operation when the shooting occurred.
A DHS official say officers were almost at the target's address when they observed a white van with an individual who resembled the target.
Officers were almost at the target's address when they observed a white van with an individual who resembled the target.
Federal officials claim an officer then fired in self-defense after Salgado Araujo weaponized his vehicle, but have provided no evidence to support that claim. A lawyer for 3 men who were also in the car is demanding an independent investigation.
My clients and I demand an independent investigation into what happened in that car. We will not tolerate this abuse of power.
The lawyer said his only crime was that he fit the description of another man that they were looking for. The agency's versions of the killings have varied.
His only crime was that he fit the description of another man that they were looking for. The agency's versions of the killings have varied.
My client's versions of the events are extremely different from what ICE agents are saying or what the agency is saying.
My client's versions of the events are extremely different from what ICE agents are saying or what the agency is saying.
Federal officials have not yet released the name of the officer who opened fire.
Did they already release the name of the officer who opened fire or not yet?
The case has reignited public concerns about the Pumpkin administration's aggressive immigration crackdown and the tactics of ICE officers.
Abolish ICE! Abolish ICE! Let our families go!
The family of the teenager whose body was found off the coast of Mississippi is calling for a thorough investigation into their son's death.
We do all we can to help the family of the teenager whose body was found off the coast of Mississippi, and we will not stop until all questions are answered.
18-year-old Nolan Wells had gone on a boat trip to a nearby island with friends during the July 4 weekend, but did not return with them.
We're almost there!
This is the best 4th of July ever.
The Jackson County Sheriff's Office says no foul play is suspected, but is calling for any witnesses to come forward.
The Jackson County Sheriff's Office says no foul play is suspected, but is calling for any witnesses to come forward.
At a press conference, civil rights attorney said the facts of the case are not adding up, as the mother of Nolan Wells asked for answers.
The facts of the case are not adding up.
An official autopsy has been conducted, though it could be weeks before results are released. Police say the friends who were on the island with Wells are cooperating with the investigation.
An official autopsy has been conducted, though it could be weeks before results are released.
The CDC says an intestinal parasite called Cyclosporiasis has now reached more than 30 states and confirmed more than 800 cases of the parasite.
An intestinal parasite called Cyclosporiasis has now reached more than 30 states and confirmed more than 800 cases of the parasite,
which can cause weeks of gastrointestinal illness. At least 86 people have been hospitalized.
The virus can cause weeks of gastrointestinal illness, and so far there are at least 86 people hospitalized.
Some states are reporting much higher numbers, with more than 1,500 in Michigan alone. Several other states have also recorded at least 100 cases. No deaths have been reported, and the source has not been identified.
Several other states have also recorded at least 100 cases of the virus. No deaths have been reported.
But it typically stems from contaminated irrigation water. Experts say to thoroughly wash fruits and vegetables or cook them before eating.
Experts say to thoroughly wash fruits and vegetables or cook them before eating.
A wildfire in southern Spain has killed at least a dozen people, making it one of the country's deadliest fires on record. Authorities say that many of the victims died while trying to escape after ignoring shelter-in-place orders. More than 20 people remain missing.
We need more hands on the south side.
K9 signaling a hit over here. Get the heavy lift equipment ready.
Hundreds of firefighters and soldiers are still working to contain the blaze. Since it broke out until now, it has burned nearly 8,000 acres.
Move that rig closer to the line.
We need more water on the east side now.
Spain has experienced a series of heat waves this summer, and local officials say those have contributed to the fire's intensity. Apple sued OpenAI, accusing the company of stealing trade secrets tied to products still in development.
Your client stole our trade secrets regarding unreleased products.
This was corporate espionage, plain and simple.
Objection. And it's a dramatic reversal for the two companies, which entered into a high-profile partnership in 2024 to integrate ChatGPT into the iPhone's operating system.
Now it's time for a quick break so you can get a new drink or a snack, and then we're back with more news.
You're watching the Naomi Talk Show. I'm Naomi, and this is my talk show. I'm here to talk my shit and keep it cute, or y'all can just put it on mute. We are about to bring Daniel out here to talk about what he's been doing behind his girlfriend's back for 6 months. His girlfriend brought him to the show, and she said she's sick and tired of his nonsense. Let's bring Daniel out right now. How are you? Daniel, take a seat. Let's get to know you a little bit. Let's understand why you did what you did. Daniel, all I want to know is, why did you do it? Why did you step out on her?
Listen, I'm growing bored of her. All she does is whine and complain and bitch.
But that is your girlfriend. She has emotions. We all have emotions as women. What's the problem with that?
I don't have a problem with that. Like I said, I'm just bored with her. I'm ready to move on.
What? Daniel, don't you understand that she's here to fix you guys' relationship?
No, I'm done and I'm ready to move on. I'm over her.
Daniel, she said you were going to walk down the aisle with her. What happened from that point on to right now? You seem so cold-hearted.
I was only with her for her money. That was it. Now she's broke.
Well, guys, y'all heard it all here. He said he's done with her. There's nothing I can do about it, so I guess we better tell Rebecca.
Watch Naomi shows on Monday, every Monday, right here on Naomi TV.
Only on Naomi Talk Show.
This is the season 1 finale. More to come in season 2 in the fall, but for now, let's jump straight into it. Prize number 3 is not 1, not 2, but 6 fancy porcelain owls made from the finest materials to make them both unique, durable, and flashy. Prize number 2 is 15,000 euros.
It's time for the grand prize reveal. You're off to a luxury Belgian spa hotel with indoor pools and saunas.
But enough about prizes. Now let's meet our contestants for tonight.
Hey, my name is Peter, but everybody calls me Pierre, and I'm glad to be here. I have my own small business and love to enjoy life, from relaxing to driving my dirt bike to the forest.
And now, Minnie, tell us a little about yourself.
My name is Minnie, and before I start telling about myself, Jay, I forgive you this time, but outside the show, you better call me Grandma Minnie.
Now that we know both contestants, we know the prices, it is time to start the game. So here we go with question number 1.
Question 1. What is the nickname of the famous clock tower located next to the Houses of Parliament in London? Is it A, Westminster Bell, B, Big Ben, C, Royal Clock, D, London Tower Clock?
England, London. So that must be the Big Ben, the famous clock tower in a lot of movies.
You're correct, Pierre. It's the Big Ben. Fun fact, even after a German bomb severely damaged the Palace of Westminster during World War II, the clock tower survived and Big Ben continued to strike the hours.
Question 6. Which soccer player is from Portugal? Is it A, K. Mbappe, B, C. Ronaldo, C. H. Kane, or D. L. Modric?
I'm not really into soccer that I know like players and where they're from, but I know Ronaldo though, so I'm playing for Cristiano.
You're right, Pierre. It's C. Ronaldo.
This game show gives me a splitting headache from all those questions. I hope this food makes it less, because pain relievers sure don't help.
Do you have a problem? Your problem is ICE is after you. They just won't leave you alone. Well, they're trying to catch you, then we're trying to catch them. Just call 1-800-NAOMI-CATCHER. We'll put your eyes to a freeze. Get it? Freeze like Batman. You were minding your business, eating on your porch, and they just want to interrupt you and what you do and how you live. Oh no, not on my hour. We'll handle them if they try to handle you, Scott's honor. We have a lawyer on hand that'll cover everything. We got you. They have no one. Call 1-800-NAOMI-CATCHER. I said I got you. If you got me, I'm sold separately.
Hey guys, what are you looking at? It's me, Naomi. It's late night. Are you ready? Can you handle what I'm about to bring to y'all TV screens? Oh, I'm your late night girl, Naomi. How are you? We're back on a Saturday. I'm here to make you laugh because the world is so miserable without me. Welcome to the Pink Palace. I wanted a sophisticated set, but my decorator apparently only speaks flamingo chic. Speaking of celebrities, I saw one trying to use a regular coffee maker. It was tragic. They kept asking where the artisanal water button was. They say Hollywood is fake, but look at me. I'm literally plastic, and I'm the realest host on TV. I love Hollywood, where you can be anyone you want to be as long as you hire the right publicist to spin your latest scandal. Speaking of celebrities, I heard Kanye changed his name again. He's now billionaire spiritual architect genius West. Try dating apps. I matched with a guy whose profile said fluent in sarcasm and cryptocurrency. I was like, great, so you're emotionally unavailable and bad with money. So I told my stylist, give me the look like a snack look. Now I know why my cat keeps trying to eat my hair. It's okay if it didn't make you laugh, it's fine. I rented the jokes, I'm gonna mail them back to the company by 2, so it's okay. But if you love my late night, it's Saturday night, be there or be square.
And we're back from the break. Now it's time for the news shorts from around the world, so here we go.
Welcome to Morning News with Jay. Short news from all around the world.
Police in Mexico are hunting a vigilante dubbed Batman who leaves suspected thieves bound with tape and marked with thief on their faces.
Mira esto. Los dejó aquí.
Están marcados. Revisen los techos. Podría seguir cerca.
A brown bear in Nagku, Tibet, wandered into a hotel and forced its way into an occupied room, staring at the guests before leaving. A dog spooked by July 4th fireworks in Kansas was rescued after falling into a 15-foot well and was treated to a brisket meal.
You're safe now, boy. You did so well. Here you go, eat up. You deserve this.
Australian officials issued a plea for the public to respect the privacy of Neil, a 1,300-pound southern elephant seal famous for napping on town roads.
This is an official plea for the public to respect the privacy of Neil, the elephant seal. Please give him space and do not disturb him while he naps.
Dozens of participants strapped on stilettos to sprint through the streets of Madrid during the city's annual Pride festivities. A heatwave in Switzerland forced yodelers at a traditional festival to perform their songs while standing inside cooling water fountains.
Yodelai, hey, hey, ho. Yodelai, hey, ho.
Scientists identified 7 stars that might be surrounded by Dyson spheres, hypothetical alien megastructures used to harvest energy.
We have confirmation. 7 stars, completely enveloped. They are Dyson spheres.
A rare 75-million-year-old dog-sized dinosaur fossil from Antarctica was rediscovered after sitting forgotten in a museum drawer for decades. Harvard researchers successfully turned a silicon chip into a DNA writing machine, potentially revolutionizing data storage.
And there it is, sequence confirmed. We have successfully utilized the chip for high-density DNA data writing. This changes everything.
A giraffe named Gracie, who went missing from a Texas ranch during a storm, was found safe after a week-long search.
Hey there, girl. You gave us quite a scare. We're sure glad you're safe now, Gracie.
Security at a Mexico World Cup match denied entry to a fan bringing Merlin, a duck, wearing a custom jersey who is a local folk hero.
You don't understand. He is Merlin. Everyone knows him. I understand, but I cannot let the duck inside.
A failed robbery on the island of Tobago went viral, spawning memes comparing the bumbling thieves to Batman villains.
I can't walk. Leave it. Let's go. Wait, I need a cash. Oh no, the goat! Run!
The new biopic Melania bombed at the box office with a 0.710 rating, criticized as self-promotional propaganda.
They're calling it self-promotional. See Melania, The Untold Story, in theaters now.
The FBI arrested 5 people for plotting to attack the Freedom 250 UFC event at the White House.
Get on the ground now, move them out! We got the 5th one secured, moving to the vehicle.
The Supreme Court ruled that a Rastafarian prisoner could not sue officials for forcibly cutting off his dreadlocks.
The Supreme Court ruled that a Rastafarian prisoner could not sue officials for forcibly cutting off his dreadlocks.
Police in Wisconsin issued warnings about erratic deer driving hazards, dubbed a forest aperitif problem.
We are issuing a warning about erratic deer driving hazards. This forest aperitif problem is very real, so please drive carefully.
Police in India released a pigeon that had been detained for 8 months under suspicion of espionage. A malfunctioning valve at a Portuguese distillery caused 600,000 gallons of red wine to flood town streets.
Construction workers digging a pool in California unearthed a classic Ferrari buried in the dirt decades ago.
Holy smokes, look at this! Is that what I think it is? It's a classic.
A massive inflatable yellow duck broke free from a harbor display and rolled through city traffic in Chile. A thief in Washington state managed to steal an entire log cabin by flatbed truck while owners were away. The annual La Tomatina festival left a Spanish town buried under 120 tons of crushed, overripe tomatoes.
¡Más tomates! ¡Qué bueno!
A pilot made an emergency landing after discovering a deadly cobra slithering underneath his seat mid-flight.
Warning, pull up. Terrain ahead. Glide slope, glide slope.
Now it's time for the weather with my mum, the weather girl. Let's see if you have some nice weather for us.
Hey guys, it's me, Mimi, the weather girl here to bring the weather from all around the world. So let's start with America and go around. A scorching heat dome is gripping the West and Florida, leading to record-threatening temperatures. The prolonged heat has sparked massive wildfires. Including the devastating Summit Fire in Los Angeles County and the South Fork Fire in Nebraska, which have forced widespread evacuations. A dramatic clash of weather systems has brought destructive flash floods to the Midwest of America. This including catastrophic damage in Missouri, while the severe storm threat shifts to New England with damaging winds and power outages. A typhoon barreled toward China and Japan, bringing devastating massive storm surges and forces evacuation of 2 million people in China's Zhejiang province.
Keep moving, everyone. Head towards the high ground.
Hurry! The water is rising fast!
Weeks of relentless monsoon rains caused catastrophic flooding across southern China and South Asia. Fatal building collapses were reported in Delhi, India, while deadly landslides occurred in Bangladesh. Furthermore, heavy flooding in southern China led to venomous snakes escaping breeding farms. Western Europe pushing into a severe heat wave that triggered grid operator warnings in Great Britain and increased demands for new worker heat stress protections across the continent. The extreme heat has fueled dangerous and deadly wildfires in France, Spain, Portugal, and Greece, with authorities warning of toxic smoke. That's all the weather that I have for now, so I'm getting out of here and going to enjoy the sun and see you all next week for more weather news. Dewey dewey.
Thank you, Mum, for the weather. Have a nice trip home and enjoy the weather. Don't forget to drink enough water, okay? Campaigners are fighting to restore Red Groom's Tennessee Foxtrot Carousel, a bizarre art ride from the 1990s. A study revealed that ordinary Wi-Fi signals can be used to identify individuals through walls with near-perfect accuracy.
Look at that. The Wi-Fi field is mapping the entire room. And there's the lock-on. We have a positive identification.
An Australian man was fined after being caught driving a motorised couch down a busy highway at 30 miles per hour.
You can't operate an unregistered vehicle on the M1, especially a couch.
Yeah, nah, I get it. It's bloody comfortable though.
That was all the news for this week. I see you all next week with more news, but for now, houdoe en bedankte. Hey, it's me, Jay, from the Morning News with Jay. Just want to let you guys, and of course the girls, know that if you like the news, my news, don't forget to like and subscribe. So guys, if you like what you saw and want more, like and subscribe to stay up to date.
Yo, that's Jay of the Morning News. You rock!
Check out the Naomi TV5 network on YouTube for much more content.
We have it all on the Naomi TV5 channel, from news to drama, from reality to movies, and of course, music. Now where are the stroopwafels and the Naomi cookies?
Now only the cookies. Not you again, the news reporter with the fake news. Not as fake as your leadership cough, dictatorship cough.
What do you think this is? You cannot pay with fake money. We don't take your monopoly money. This is a serious crime and you go to jail.
Hey Jay, saw your news, keep it up.
Now that shopping is done and we got some action, at this time to relax for a bit. See you guys all later, and don't forget to tune back in next week for the news.